Okay, here we go again, folks. This is at the Britaina Ranch on December 17th, 2015. I've already been up once on this flight. I had to come back down because I forgot to take the gimbal cover or travel vibration cover off, and I couldn't adjust the camera. So here we're climbing out. I'm testing the maximum um, height that I can go to. It's not the maximum height the thing will actually fly to, but it was the maximum height parameters that are set uh, by the setup. You can set how far you want it to go away, distance-wise from you, and how high you want to fly. This happens to be set at 409 feet, which is the altitude we achieve here. Um, doesn't seem like a lot of height, but it's way up there. Now we're panning out. I'm going to do a swing around and just do a pan around from 409 feet up in the air. That's looking to the east. Panning slowly around, coming to the north. Now you're looking almost due north. Northwest, back towards Merced College, the hospital over there you can see in the distance. East, or west, excuse me, southwest. Panning the camera down. You can see George's house there. I'm going to do another pan around here. Just playing with the camera, seeing what you can see from 409 feet. Sun's flare doesn't do you much good there. Neighbor's place. This is to the east. You can see Bear Creek there. And the house is on North Bear Creek on the other side. Back, this is George's place here. Looking almost due west now and down at an angle. And you can't see me, but I'm standing there right in front of the van, or not too far in front of the van, which is parked by the motorhome. The boat off to the side there. Now we're starting to descend slowly. I still have it on smart mode and I have it on slow response speed. I'll kick up the speed here in just a few minutes. Response speed. It's descending slowly. I don't know. I wish kind of that you could film the telemetry at the same time. It'd be nice to know what's happening here, although most people probably don't want it in their video. In this case it would have been nice, so I wouldn't have had to narrate all this. Coming down again very slowly, probably down to about 300 feet now. Just guessing. Anyhow, we'll get back there in a minute. I know it's a long and boring video, but it's not meant for anybody's entertainment other than just my test flight. I'm testing the length of the battery and some of the other features of the drone, trying to get used to it so I don't crash it again. I haven't crashed this one other than just one time. The next video I'll do will be a follow me test. Now I put it in advanced mode, speeded it up a little bit. That's how come I dropped it down there pretty quick. Now we're down at 106 feet. I just happened to remember this from where we were. And I'm going to pan the camera back up here probably and do a look around from 106 feet up versus 409. Yep, there goes the camera going tilting up. Takes a while to get used to these controls, even though you can see what's happening on the screen. You have to get used to doing it without having to think about it. Nice shot of George's house there. Quick turnaround. There's the barn where we store some of the toys. Camera is a little touchy. It's not real good about responding right away. There's a little bit of delay there, and it's quite touchy because it's a very small lever for the total tilt from horizontal to vertical. I'm just letting it hands off here. As you can see how stable it gets if you don't touch the controls. Here's a shot of George's house. We'll back up a little bit here and get it framed a little better. Now you can see if you just leave the controls alone, now I'm starting to back away. Like this would be a zoom out, but you're actually flying backwards. Now we're flying forwards, which in effect is a zoom in. Trying to stay high enough to stay above the trees and the power line. Don't want to fly into the power line. Arc and spark would not be good with a $1,000 quadcopter. Okay, now I'm in angle, what they call angle, which is aerial photography mode, where I'm actually controlling the movement. Zooming back, pretty high rate of speed. Turning. Take a look at the neighbor's house. Don't see much there because you're up pretty low, only 100 feet here. Zooming back towards me. We'll swing around here and there. I don't know. It looks a little jerky on the monitor here in iMovie, but usually smooths out when you put it out and actually render it. Spin around here. Take a look at George's house. Okay. Now we'll do a quick zoom flyover. Turn around and come back. A little overcompensated there. Thing flies pretty good, so I imagine it'll be pretty good in follow me mode. Have to try that. I haven't tried that one yet. I'm just flying as fast as it'll go here. Go out, turn around. We'll fly down south over George's house. Nice pool he has there. Nice backyard. Now we'll turn and come back. We're going to zoom down here. We're going to drop down some altitude. We're going to do a kind of a drop out. I'm losing altitude at the same time I'm moving forward. Okay, I'm coming down here. I'm going to play around closer to the ground. And you'll see, you can fly basically 10 inches off the ground if you want. I don't know why you'd want to do that unless you were filming a herd of ants. Or wanting to blow them away, that would be cool. Or blowing the leaves off your patio. Works good as a leaf blower. Sorta. You can tell I'm in actual pilot mode here where I can fly right up close to me. In the safe mode, it won't fly that close to you. It has a 16-foot circle that keeps it from flying up to you, so you don't run into yourself. Okay, we're about ready for video clip 2 here. It's apparently, for some reason, it splits the video clips after a certain amount of minutes. I think every 15 minutes it splits them. I'm not sure. I'll have to figure that out. I haven't quite figured that out. And you get here where the sun's not blowing there, see? Okay, now we're back. You didn't even see that transition. There was a fade transition to the second clip. We're on the second clip now. I'm going over here. I'm going to hover over the ground. I'm actually going to get down into ground effect, which does not work very well with this because what it does is that ground effect changes the lift dramatically, and it can't compensate quite as fast, so it kind of bounces when it gets close to the ground. Ground effect, if you're wondering, is the effect of either loss or increase of lift as you get close to the surface. The difference between gyrocopters and helicopters and fixed-wing planes, it's not the same effect. In this case, where the computer is trying to keep this thing GPS positioned a certain altitude, longitude, and latitude, it gets kind of confused when it gets to what it thinks is ground zero. Here we're flying up to the van. Should have flown around and looked inside the van and did a little peekaboo. We're just going to go up over the top. Top's even clean. That's because it's been raining lately. Now we're going to do an inspection of the top of the motorhome. A lot easier than climbing up there. A lot less wear and tear on the roof too. So there are good things you can do with this, but it's kind of an expensive inspection tool, as most inspection tools are. Okay, just about centered here. I'm going to move forward. Yeah, now I'm happy with the centering. Here we go. I'll adjust the angle of the camera a little bit down. Yeah, here we go. Just going to fly forward. There's a solar panel for the main battery, and new air conditioner, and the new top on the shower, bathroom vent, living room vent, 100-watt solar panel for the auxiliary batteries, the old solar panel, the old air conditioner, the old TV antenna. Actually, it's a new TV antenna. My air horns, my wimpy air horns. Kevin's Toyota, and the boat. Now that I've propped the cover up so the water doesn't well in it. Coming back over, and we're going to land here finally. We're getting close to. We're about out of battery time, so I'm staying close to the ground. I'm not staying up there 400 feet in the air and saying, "Oh, the battery's going to go." One nice thing though is on the controller, when the batteries get low, it actually vibrates and tells you to look at the display. It gives you a little zzz, zzz, so you get a tactile feel as well as a visual for the lights on the gyrocopter, or not gyrocopter but quadcopter. Getting down now, you can see there's that little bounce effect from the ground effect here, but you can get down and pretty much see what's on the ground. See the tire tracks there. Once in a while you see a leaf blowing away. And I will zip back and forth over here in a second and blow some leaves just so you can see what it does to them. Not that that's a very interesting or anything to do, but every once in a while you catch a shadow of the gyrocopter itself and it's on film. So I'm just hovering over the ground, just kind of playing with it to see how it works. Now you see some debris being blown around here. That's the bouncing effect from the ground effect. Or it could be the pilot too, who's not very good at this. I'll have to put it in smart mode next time and see if it hovers a little more smoothly. So we're getting just about out of battery life here, and I'll turn around and land this sucker. See, I'm only about 1.5 feet, 2 feet off the ground at the most. There's a shadow of the copter itself. You can see how low I am. I'm probably below knee height. And we're setting her down. Trying to get where I can set it down real smooth. And go up, come back down. I did not test return to home here. I don't trust it a whole lot. So, we're on the ground. We're done. We're down. My timer I had set for 25 minutes to alert me in case the quadcopter didn't alert me that it was 25 minutes into the battery. It had been beeping there for a couple seconds. So from the time I started, which I turned the timer on just before I started up the gyrocopter, so I'm guessing about 22 minutes of flight time. I did get the red blinking lights and the vibration in the controller just prior to landing here. And here's the credits. Yeah, that's it.